Hey guys, it's Damien from Marketing Food Online. I've got a video that I have been asked about quite often lately. Aside from doing business on the internet, of course, there's a lot of people who are looking to get their food products in retail stores, and that's not a bad idea. It's a great way to get national exposure for your business. And in particular, I've been asked a lot about how do you get a product into Walmart, because Walmart is obviously the largest brick and mortar retailer in the US, as well as I think it's one of the largest, if not the largest in the world. So if you go to, I'm going to do a real quick run through. I'm going to show you what they will require you. I've actually inquired this myself right now as far as the way our business is doing online. Walmart was not a right fit for us just yet. But it is something that's in the back of my mind, and it is something we will pursue later. But I've talked to local managers at Walmart's where we are at, as well as buyers and such. And I have been in contact with some Walmart management as well as regional directors. So I have tried to get our products in. Some of the requirements that they are going to require you to have set up and in place are as follows. Okay. So if you're looking for where to get this portal from, how do you get to this page here? If you go to walmart.com, simply scroll all the way down to the bottom. There is a little icon that says suppliers. You can click on that, and suppliers will take you to this page. Now, you can also Google that. Just put Walmart suppliers or how to become a vendor at Walmart, and it will take you to this page. Now, this page is set up in 6 different sections. Okay, see this little cursor is moving around. So if you want to roll a product out nationally, this will be the information right here that you would need to read and learn a little bit more about. And it is in the section on the national product rollout. This is a very big endeavor. So if you're not in a position to supply a company like Walmart nationwide, this will not apply to you. Mainly, I want to do this video about this area right here. See this local? I'm going to click on that, bring us all the way down to here. Now, this is the part of the supplier chain website that I went to when I spoke with the director. I'm sorry, I spoke with the local management as well as the regional director that I ran into at the local store here. They told me to go to this section because there are different types of requirements when you want to just roll out locally. Now, what does that mean, local? That means what they'll do is they'll give you a few stores, a handful of stores within a specific region. It might actually be a zip code. They might be within a certain couple of zip codes within your state, and that could actually end up being about 20. Walmart's everywhere, so it could be anywhere from 20 to 30 stores, or it could just be half a dozen, okay? Now, the good thing, something that's really important that I want to show you guys, because you guys are into the food business, or you're looking to obviously start a food business, this section right here, and I'll highlight it, all of this is good news, actually. These are categories that are not allowed to be rolled out on a local level. And you obviously do not see anything in here about food, okay? So that's a good thing. Most of the vendors who end up rolling out nationally with Walmart start off locally, and they start off in a few stores, but they are food products, okay? So here's step 1. You got to contact your local store manager. If you're really, really excited, you really want to do this, and you're in a position to supply a few stores in a region, go to your local store manager, introduce yourself. I would recommend, when I went and spoke with our store manager, I actually brought in a handful of the samples of the product, have the product with you, show them, explain to them what you're doing and what you want to do. Because what happens is you will get in touch with a market manager and regional manager right here, okay? And they will actually have to approve your product, okay? So most of the time, for instance, there's where I live here in Georgia, we actually have a bunch of local honey producers in the northern part of the state, and their local honey is in a lot of Walmarts in this area, and they actually are on a local level because what they did is they met with the store manager and they referred them to these 2 gentlemen or ladies, and they rolled out locally, okay? And they produce enough honey that they can supply about a dozen or so stores, okay? So scroll down a little bit here. So there is a local supplier qualification process, okay? And this is the process here, okay? And what you'd have to do is basically register your business. You have to gain access to what they call their global supplier management. So this is basically part of Walmart's online presence, and also within their company. It's basically a way to categorize and keep all of your information about your company and products so that's easily accessible for Walmart. Now, certification. there are some requirements, and I can tell you firsthand what some of those are going to be. You're going to need to provide them with obviously documentation about being incorporated. If you have a website, you obviously have your insurance. You do have to have liability insurance, of course, for your products, and a handful of other things. Okay, and I'm not just going to go down the whole list because there is a ton, and I don't want to take up much of your time. And as well as the acceptance of the terms of the supplier agreement. So I'm going to hop over here. I'm going to show you this really quick. We scroll down. And here's a great example, by the way, guys. Example, store numbers provided by the store manager include the product and description. What this is actually going to be the store numbers when you get accepted. And the general manager, the regional managers are going to give you their name. And they need to have store numbers they're going to give you and say, look, you know what? You got this great product. It's fantastic. We're going to give you store number 740, 820, 980, et cetera, et cetera. And then from there, you will begin to supply those stores. Now, once you're signed up and you're accepted and you pass all of the checklists, and I'm going to click on the supplier checklist, here is the supplier checklist. And like I said, it is quite extensive. But remember, guys, you are setting yourselves up to supply the largest retailer in the planet, okay? Now, that's a good thing starting locally because it's just going to give you a basic understanding of how it works, okay? So don't get afraid, don't get overwhelmed thinking that you're going to have to supply thousands of stores. If it does great locally, that's fantastic. So then you're going to be given maybe several states. And then they're going to say, hey, look, you have the capacity. Can you scale your product and supply us nationally? So this is some great information. One super important thing right here, and I'm going to show you what this is, the DUNS number. This is Dun & Bradstreet, okay? They have been around forever, and here is their website. Dun & Bradstreet is a company that you register your company with, and they keep track of your reputation, I guess would be the easiest way to explain what they do. So as you are in business, they keep track of, for instance, the vendors that you do business with. If you've had any complaints, it's basically going to be kind of like a credit score in a sense. It's going to keep your reputation on file because Walmart is going to go to Dun & Bradstreet. And they're going to say, hey, this guy's got a salsa company. Is he registered with you? Is there any problems, any issues? Do you know of? And how long has he been in business, et cetera, et cetera. So this does cost money. It costs a few $100s a year to register. And I'll double check on that to see if it's annual or if it's just an initial registration. But it does cost a few $100s. So you'd register with them, then you would get back all of the information, and this is the form you would fill out. So you could fill out the supplier registration and basically jot down all of this information here. And then again, here is your Dun & Bradstreet number, and you're good to go. And that's the application process. So again, it's going to start off very small, guys. Keep your mind focused on the big picture that you obviously want to be in many stores, but remember to start locally, okay? And of course, the rest of these are if you were doing direct importing, marketplace, and e-commerce business that's selling on Walmart.com. I will do a video. This is actually a fantastic idea. I just got accepted into Jet.com, which I'm super excited about. I actually literally found out yesterday. So we will be on Jet.com, which, by the way, Walmart just bought Jet.com for, I think, $500 million or something to that effect. So they are looking to compete with Amazon and some of the big players online. So you can actually register, by the way, to sell on Walmart.com, and I will do a separate video explaining that process. It is a different process, and it has nothing to do with rolling out product nationally or locally. So, guys, I hope this is really informative and helps you guys out understand if you're looking to get into Walmart, do it locally, start small, but think big, okay? It's a great opportunity. There are some hoops you need to jump through. There's some things you have to do, but you can definitely do it. It's not impossible. So good luck to you guys. And if this video was helpful at all, please do give me a thumbs up and do let me know. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.